of 16, and long before that, the round of 64. Anders LIN, Zhang Wujin, Felix Lebrun earlier today for Wang Chuqin. And then all the way over Lin Yunru, Xiang Peng, Patrick Franziska, Truls Morgard earlier today. And only one will survive this, a head-to-head that pretty much always favors Wang Chuqin. You can do your research online. Lin Yunru's beaten him before, but the test stands ahead.
From Chinese Taipei, Lin Yunru. From China, Wang Chuqin.
Wang Chuqin has entered the arena, and it just got sweaty up in here. A lot of fans right now have a heart rate up, and for a good reason. They are emotionally invested in the outcome of this match. He's walked in confident as always. They've prepared not just for the last few hours, but their whole lives for moments like this. The last match of the first Grand Smash of 2026, the 5th edition of the Singapore Smash. It'll be a best of 7 battle. Wow, deep breath. First player to win 4 games to 11 must win by 2. Will take the title, 100 grand and 2,000 points in world ranking points. In their WTT head-to-head, they've played 4 times, 75% of them to the world #1, currently world ranked #8. When he's on, he's a tricky customer. 2 left-handed attackers, as you can see by those swords and that hand with the racket with the L on it. That does not stand for right, as you probably guessed. So, smooth styles of the silent assassin and precision power prowess from the pouncing Lionheart himself. So we'll see how they match up here today. Ronald Mugwanya, our umpire for the coin toss. Ooh, nice pop.
Red and black. Red for Lin. Wang, you win the toss. You will receive. Which side?
So from Chinese Super League to the international stage, Lin Yunru getting stretched out here. He's put on a lot of muscle over the years.
Audience, please.
And in terms of gaining, we've got gains in the commentary booth. Welcome back, Joe Ratajak.
So excited to be here. What a big final this is going to be. Power on both sides, but also the cute skills over the table as well that really earn the big bucks. Can't wait for this to get underway, Adam.
Same, the silent assassin and his Chiquita, his banana flick at 24 years old. He's 1 year the younger of the 2 opponents. And he's got 4 titles to his name, the world ranked #8. You saw them in the training hall. What did you see?
Yeah, I actually snuck into the training hall a moment ago, watching the final preparations as we see Lin Yunru's route to the final here. Lilian Bardet, Christian Carlsen, Xiang Peng, Patrick Franziska, and then Truls, you mentioned it earlier today, in a really impressive victory where he's just swarmed all over his opponents. But yeah, they were very loose. Lin Yunru was happily just doing a bit of a movement drill. Wang Chuqin, though, interestingly, warming up with the left-handed Wang Yotong, and he was practicing the Chiquita receive. So Wang Chuqin would serve, Wang Yotong would come in, use the Chiquita, and then they'd rally out from there. So he's anticipating it, the big dog.
Understandably, you prepare for what awaits, and what awaits is a guy with a good Chiquita. Fin Liu in the first round put up a good fight in games 2 and 3. Shunsuke Togami, revenge for Lin Shidong. Anders Lin's 3-1. Zhang Wujin 4-0. Sort of a hilarious ending despite Zhang Wujin hopefully healing up nice and quickly. And Felix, as we saw, but remember this, the US Smash 2025, the men's singles final. Tomokazu Harimoto, this is a big Smash final, and how Wang Chuqin performs in Grand Smash finals 4-0 over a player who had just beaten him in Yokohama. China Smash men's singles final. You know how many games he dropped there? The exact same amount. Wow. 2 big Grand Smashes. And Bagels 63. Wait a minute. With Lin Yunru. 63%. The silent assassin has been silently campaigning, shaking hands, holding babies. Is it kissing? I don't know what the deal is. I'm not into politics, but Lin Yunru and Wang Chuqin, that is really something. Fans, cast your votes at worldtabletennis.com in Chongqing maybe, because for this week, well, thanks for participating for everyone who did, but let's see if the fans get what they want. In the stadium, you can imagine the numbers are slightly different, but those who favor the Elon lefty, the Chiquita flickin' silent assassin, Lin Yunru, he's going to start.
Lean to serve, love all.
With the serves, love all. Bottle challenge followed by a soft block, and Wang Chuqin will play that all day.
It's not a bad way to start a final. To set your nerves, fire a backhand down the line, as close to the red line as it possibly could get.
Similar service. Subtleties, though, tough to see from here. Tough to see from where Wang Chuqin's standing, to be fair. Interesting. Wang Chuqin moved over to the backhand corner of the table as if he had been prepared to play a forehand receive. Sometimes a little bit better of a view as well. So what do you think it's going to take, Joe, for Lin Yunru to really cause some damage or stress, challenge a guy who's been so dominant in Grand Smash finals?
But he's got to try and get that Chiquita in. He saw he was looking for the opportunity. But Wang Chuqin's so good at just drawing the sting out of him. And he really doesn't give him what he wants, what Lin Yunru wants, which is a kind of short little serve to middle where he can really come in and rip around the back of it with that banana flick. And then once they open out, just Wang Chuqin tends to almost bully Lin Yunru on previous occasions. Which is crazy considering the power and just the demolition job that we've seen from Lin Yunru. You think of that performance over Patrick Franziska, over Truls, where he's just firing off everywhere. But it always looks a little bit passive.
An unusual rally here for the first point. A whole lot of pushing going on. Wait patiently in line, guys. What's with all the pushing? And there's the opening after the long push comes in. Just 1 point. This is what it means when you're in first and you want to make sure second place is so far behind you that they can barely see, that there's no chance luck will play a role.
Slight flick of the net, which Lin Yunru apologises for, but it was good. He got that backhand attack in, and that sets him up for rally so well. He's just got to be careful not to take too big a step back, because Wang Chuqin, once he starts swinging as well and bringing side spin onto the ball, it's really difficult to get back in. Like that, the forehand hooking.
2-6.
It's a little surprised the rally ended here because Lin Yunru was in position. Take a look one more time. He's playing very conservatively, compact strokes. Doesn't miss by much. That said, it sets Wang Chuqin up with a 4-point lead. Lin Yunru on the serve. Ooh.
3-6.
I thought it touched. In which case, it would be 7-2. And we're backing up.
2-7.
There we go. Fair play. I like the way he said it. Lin Yunru does the same. The players, there's a class about them, as if to say, did it touch? I thought it might have.
Yeah, yeah. But they both knew.
Very gentle, very classy. Short side of the table on the counter, right back behind where he sent Lin Yunru early in the point.
That is stunning from the world number one to react, because that ball was fired at him. And he found the short side, as you mentioned it. Pinpoint precision from Wang Chuqin. this short game from Wang Chuqin. We saw it earlier with the semi-final against Felix Lebrun. He's got such soft hands over the table, and he's able to handcuff opponents. Keeps them exactly where he wants them.
Let 9-2. Let 9-2.
Taking some chances. He's going to have to. Looking for that line. Lin Ru right now has got a steep incline in the scoreboard of game number 1.
3-10.
That said, some variation on the serve, one step at a time, point by point. But quality receives from just inside the baseline. Wang Chuqin steals the opening attack. Guarded optimism, but optimism just the same. The crowd getting what a lot of them came for. Wang Chuqin, the form that we saw him in the last 2 Grand Smashes, he starts just the same, 11-3. Whose nation? Domination. Game number 2 to follow. So after checking out the spin on Wang Chuqin's forehand there, look at the ball placement, the edge, anything that stands out to you, Joe?
Just the width on both sides, really stunning. He's drawing the sting out of Lin Ru's first attack. And it's really interesting where Wang Chuqin wanted to stay close to the table against Felix. This is one where he's trying to, like I say, get a weaker attack at Lin Ru. Drop back, set the feet, and bomber. And it's so fun to watch.
Unless you're part of that, what was it, 63%?
Well, yeah.
Said good start here for the world number 1.
You see the range he's at. Just takes that step off, and he's so confident in his swing as Wang Chuqin. Just hits the ball with such grace, but such power.
Yeah, there's a different trajectory than most. A lot more force on it, a lot of low drive.
He's taking Lin Ru's best shot, his Chiquita, and it's using it as a trap, as a way to put pressure back on him.
And can you elaborate? How is he doing that?
So it looks like a side spin serve into kind of short forehand. And Lin Ru's having to step to his left and play more of a side spin Chiquita off it.
Oh, good angle on this one. Back wide cross court. Wang Chuqin was even quite surprised with how deep that was to the backhand side.
Really good holding game from Lin Ru. It's going to take something a little different than what he normally shows us, I think, here.
That was the antithesis of what the obvious shot was. Almost the whole table was open on the other side. A little bit different. Man, Anders Lind is one of the most different players in the world. Incredible feeling. And he made Wang Chuqin look incredibly comfortable. 7-1 up at 1-1 in a best of 5.
Audience, please. No flash.
That's just how great Wang Chuqin is as well. That might not even be enough.
Right.
If you start slow spinning the ball and...
Please, over there. No flash. Thank you. 3-1.
Always polite, Ronald Mugwanya. We saw him way behind the table against Truls with some big counters after a long exchange. Qin Zhijian in the crowd just blended in. It's so crazy. It's pretty fascinating. 10 years ago, people used to take tons of pictures and get all excited about sitting next to those people, but right now, all eyes on one man. And a little fortune here after sort of a flatter opening. Wang Yitze watching on for Lin Yunru from the bench. Nice little pancake flip, sort of a baby there.
Yeah, I think he's recognizing that he's being set into a trap, Lin Yunru. That Chiquita's so dangerous, but Wang Chuqin is one of the few that can not only contain it, but he can counter off it as well.
A whole lot of spin and a whole lot of speed, and the combination led to a jumping ball that raced up and even caught Wang Chuqin a bit out of sorts for the briefest of moments. Extended wide, and then played a little bit more central there. Lin Yunru mixing it up with his placement.
Slower, spinnier backhand attack there from Lin Yunru. And is he just starting to gain a foothold in this final? Smooth as silk, wasn't it?
Often is. Niu Guangkai next to Sun Shun there, from coach to sparring partner. And then Wang Hao, head coach for the men's team. Carries a lot of responsibility, much like Wang Chuqin. This is tough.
Yeah.
In terms of turning, it's just a no flash round. I was just thinking, Lin Yunru is playing a very responsive game right now, and
yeah,
I can't fault him for it. I think the idea is right, but it's still not working out, and that's tough. It's like not succeeding in your second favorite option. You know?
This is what I mean. Just Wang Chuqin just tends to bully Lin Yunru in a good way. It's almost like little brother playing big brother, right? Big brother's just standing there swinging as hard as he can.
Did you use the word bury? Was that what you said, or did you say something else? He likes to what, Lin Yunru?
Bully.
Bully, okay. Okay, in a good way.
But again, 2 points picked up.
Yeah, scoreboard tightening up a bit. Second towel break here, and it's far from hopeless. We've seen bigger comebacks. Now we're talking. Now he's taking his shots. Lin Yunru coming out to play. This isn't sorry. My mom said I had to stay in because there were clouds out. This is, okay, I'm meeting you on the lawn. Ooh, getting a little tight there. I like the idea. The soft blocks, slowing it down a bit. Wang Manyu used this very effectively in the women's singles final.
Yeah, absolutely. Bringing a different game plan to the game, and it's what it needs. Lin Yunru's going to have to take some risks. Feels like he might have to try and stay closer to the table in those big rallies, as difficult as that is. And he's creeping now. 7-8, he's within 1 point. It's a big rally that broke out.
Yeah, it's a nice down the line forehand. He keeps him pinned. Now he steps around, just shuffling those feet. Parallel or two to set things up. Lefty versus lefty can be uncomfortable for both.
7-8.
Being left-handed is different than playing against left-handed players. Like choppers don't usually play against choppers. Big one in the middle to keep his opponent socially distanced by 2 points.
Oh,
nice
yes.
counter right back to where it came from, behind the body's momentum.
And this is what it's going to take. And that's a beautiful technique to send it up the parallel. Be unpredictable. Bring a different look than what we normally see from Lin Ru.
To the right.
Did you see the footwork of Wang Chuqin? How he stayed balanced. He dropped off. He thought he was going to get attacked. Look. Just stunning from the world number 1.
And all that to set up 2 game points for a 2-0 lead in this men's singles championship match, the final.
Please, no flash. 8-10.
Short side, and it's done. Sneaky, quick shot right there. Wang Chuqin with the wrist, mixing it up. Tough to serve to a guy who can do this. He slides at contact right down the line. That precision you talked about earlier, he's applied it so many times. Well, this is where we got the turning point in the women's singles final. That said, he hasn't dropped a game in the last 2 finals we saw just before this match. Wang Chuqin leads. Oh, by the way, you like money? You're not alone. Guess who does? Well, besides you, the champion gets 100,000. That wasn't worded right. The point is there's a lot of money being given out, and the loser here still walks with 50 grand, but that gets doubled. So, a lot of motivation here in addition to 2,000 world ranking points. Always nice to match your water with your headband. As the Chinese team watches on, you've got everybody there, from practice partners to the juniors, the youth smashers, Lin Shidong in the front row. I like it.
It's the hottest ticket in town. And we're seeing the main act on court.
Lin Ru not answered by the ocean of fans for Wang Chuqin. I like it. The truth is, I think a lot of the fans here are fans of both. Lin Ru is incredibly popular in China, and in Singapore for that matter, which is heavily populated by Chinese fans right now.
Oh, yes. 3 of the best. Really accelerating through the ball. For quite a small figure, he's able to generate such pace, Lin Ru.
I feel like the majority of his career, he was quite small. Even from the waist down, his legs have changed so much, but his shoulders are twice the size they used to be. He's put on a lot of muscle. Yep, he's hitting the weight room hard.
I like the start of this 3rd game for Lin Ru. The silent assassin.
I didn't know how you were going to finish that sentence at first, but it sounded like a familiar song. Sir spins a lot out here as Lin Ru gets in over that for the Chiquita.
It's just bringing different things, but this is it. This is how good this man is.
Stone on the other side with Lin Shidong watching on right down the line. Watch this block. Oh, man. Channeling his inner Koki Niwa, yet offering an apology. There's been a lot of that this week. Oh, what a break off the net here. Lin Ru almost gets it. There was so much topspin on that ball that Lin Ru, when he comes in, has his racket so closed because the ball's just going to jump up. Let's see if we can see it again. Watch how close that is. He tries to just turn it over completely. That's tough because you want to get under the ball to get it from right near the table. But you know it's going to climb up off that rubber. If you've never used a professional racket, you're missing out on what the sport has to offer. Shoes squeaking, but it's Wang Chuqin setting up these shots time and time again. A tight game so far, though.
It's just the angles this man is able to hit at.
LIN.
A timeout now on Lin Yunru's side. Wang Yitze there to talk to him. Let's listen in.
落点上吹的时候，还是那一个看不到出游戏，当连续再打发发接班。因為如果吹唔到，你起碼總當做呢個你抓回頭，你都我呢個當然也壓力啊，那就順了，那就我哋覺得沒辦法，就多點砸點，那就照你，他怕的那是擺出上來走，還是要趕出手動氣，他才會通常。你嗱你要能量以後，一開始你幫你用功能，起碼是這樣就先過關的8小時，怕起來就沒關，我甩一百照出去。 然後就跳落去，見佢啦，點解跳我掉？我掉，真係幾多杯啊！見到，我嘅穩陣式。哎，放鬆哦，享受哦。放鬆，享受哦。
Relax, relax, stay loose. His father is a professor of leisure in Elon. Literally, Dr. Chill is his dad. And right now, Wang Yitze says, stay loose. There he is, Wang Yitze, just reminding his player, it's all good.
I don't know how he's got any voice left this week. Screaming the house down at times.
Left.
I think him and Truls go to the same vocal trainer.
See the idea, though, from Lin Yunru, trying not to give pace.
Wang Yitze's like, don't relax that much. Can you imagine? Okay, dialing it in here. 2-point ball game. Oh, there's some timing. A little fortune to go with it. But they both have their team too imbalanced at this point. What can you really do when someone takes a serve and hits it that hard?
You serve long, you eat it. You serve short to try and stop him cracking one. And he just does that.
Combination, nice catch by the ball kid, already in the bucket. Probably before Wang Chuqin got the next ball, which was quick, but not as quick as this step around. Get ready. It's amazing that he takes it before it's dropped to table height. So quick.
Left. 7-4.
Yeah, he has such a wide base, Wang Chuqin. Really then extends and rotates and just whips through the ball. Done it again there. And he just seems to have Lin Yunru's pace down to a T. He's not scared by it. Sets the feet at the right place and just bombers. Lin Yunru did that shovel serve earlier. I think it was the first point of this game. Short to forehand, and Wang Chuqin popped it high. I'm surprised he hasn't got back to that serve. He's changing it up though. He went to the reverse pendulum there, but just struggling. And it's Wang Chuqin now who has 6 game points.
10-5.
So 5 left. Not too bad for a guy who's leading 2-0. We're not seeing the same score line we saw with Shashan Wang Manyu. That was world number 1 and world number 2. This is world number 1 and world number 8.
Oh, in case you forgot. 2 of the very best Chiquitas from Lin Yunru, and that's what he normally does. And he destroys people with them.
Yeah, this is picturesque. Wang Chuqin setting up on the opposite side.
It's the reverse serve again. It's the mix-up.
And stepping around, going along here, leaving the table open. Wow, that is some serious spin. gets one back, cashing in an IOU. That's 4 game points in a row saved. That towel look was... Should we talk? Yep. They should.
Timeout. Wang.
I think the question he's going to ask is, where should I serve? Because I need to keep that man off that backhand Chiquita.
Well, maybe we could even have a sip of mom's spaghetti.
质量丰富一些，有对我们说准备后排的感觉实际的手感自己很紧，这会儿现在正手感觉拉背好，这个防的拉背好反手要想到这个球里自己看这个防的落点，把落点在不上头或怎么，这个偷气就行，把球就是包括要挡出去这个不能挡他失误，不能脚下现在整体打得非常好把这节奏都。 好吧，不着急，这个人就是静下来，打到这种，他只有一把打死，不是一把这种多板，他这种打不死，形成这种多板，他是这种后比的人，还是这种冷静，说冷静，对不对？他这大分小分都领先呢，自己还拿着罚球，对不对？后意思，调整好，调整好。
So what would you change if you were Wang Chuqin after having 4 game points taken against you?
He's got a couple of options. He could fire a long serve, especially into the backhand. It would be brave. Or he can try and serve to short forehand and really drag Lin Ru over. But he's going to have to go heavy backspin on that.
And he escapes shorter to the forehand side, and the follow-up, Wang Chuqin, after a nail-biting comeback on the other side, secures himself a 3-0 lead. We've had some tight ones since game number 1, where he dominated 11-3, but the last 2 getting closer and closer after being up 10-4. It is 1 game that's between Wang Chuqin and another championship. Another title at a Grand Smash. So we got some familiar faces here. WTT wins the 100 club. That line is right between An Jae-hyun and Lin Ru. Lin Ru broke 100. Wang Chuqin up at 119. Lin Shidong, number 1 on that list, with 3 more wins than Tomokazu and 8 more wins than Wang Chuqin, who will be potentially edging closer. It's been fascinating. The new world rankings come out every Tuesday on WTT for all categories. Can't wait to see those. WTT app or worldtabletennis.com.
Thank you, audience. Players are ready. 4th game. Want to serve, love ball.
Forehand party right here. Wang Chuqin free. Loose as can be. The backhand, the step around, that's all. Just that big forehand and it's done. Extra spin on this, the Chiquita. He had been dealing with injury at the end of last year a little bit, Lin Ru, but seemed to be in really good form as of late.
Yeah, he was brilliant at Champions Doha. Getting past Tomokazu Harimoto in the semi-final was a really epic matchup. But he's got a lot of work to do here.
Finishes the deal. That came down way baseline, but the whole table was left open. Wow.
He did so well to get that backhand on, because that was loaded with topspin. Would have been really easy to send it to the rafters.
2-3.
Started aggressively again, Lin Ru.
I don't know if your eyes have gone to it, but when we go to the wide shot from the side of the table, you'll see it later. I'll bring it up in a moment.
Ooh.
He was 2 for 2 in the last match before letting one go TTR. And that was, again, I love Jong Woo-jin and I hope he's getting better and feeling better. I'm sure he will be soon. But it was a hilarious moment that he was playing just to finish the match, to make sure he could collect his points. It wasn't a fight. Wang Chuqin was 2 for 2. He tosses the ball high enough that it feels unlikely. Now, Ronald Mugwanya has been incredibly successful at making these calls as well, so this is almost like a final in terms of TTR challenges. This is the moment, 30 degrees or less. Wang Chuqin will replay and keep it. Oh, Ronald Mugwanya takes down Wang Chuqin in a crazy TTR. Ronald Mugwanya, world #1. Wow.
One challenge remaining for Wang.
The Ugandan has gone and done it again
4-2.
and nailed it, doing his job. Wang Chuqin, first time in some time. Point for Lin Yunru.
5-2.
Really aggressive push, sorry, from Lin Yunru. Listen to the noise in here as they try to rally Wang Chuqin. I won't back reference too much the match with Zhang Wujin, but it was a hilarious reaction by Wang Chuqin. He was like, it's fine. Just forget about it. Look, just give me the ball. Come on, I'll serve with my backhand. We'll finish this. But they both knew, both of the players knew what was happening. 2-point ball game favoring the silent assassin, who's in a must-win situation. This would be fun to ask the data guys. Has Wang Chuqin ever, when was the last time, I should say, Wang Chuqin was up 3-0 and was beaten?
6-4.
Lin Yunru at the moment just happy to wage a battle in backhands. But he's got to be careful for that switch up the line. Wang Chuqin hit it a moment ago. It's incredibly deadly when he does. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, man, did you call that one? Joe Tajak, ladies and gentlemen, in the commentary booth.
You'll find that one on my social media later on. Yeah, you could just feel it. Wang Chuqin was just getting pushed into the backhand.
So at the second towel break, Lin Yunru 2 points closer to the finish line. They've both called their timeouts. Wang Chuqin adapts so quickly that to win a game here is not going to be easy. But after that, it gets incredibly tough.
Let 5-7.
He was creeping though, Lin Yunru. He was looking for that backhand attack.
Backhand into a forehand. Wang Chuqin just won that fight. It was the short side of the table, so a bit more ambitious, a little bit lower percentage here from Lin Yunru. But those are the ones he's going to have to take.
Oh, he did so well because it all pinged off the net. Wang Chuqin dropping his level. Dropping the knees right down low to catch it. That one. And he just sends it up with such topspin, such security.
So dead even, 2 points out of the towel break. Serves now back with Lin Yunru. Good length on this push, uncomfortably close to that baseline. A tongue out we don't see so often from Wang Chuqin. A little bit of emotion on the table there.
A little bit of frustration. Lin Yunru, I wonder again. He's going with the pendulum serve. He's mixed it up well with the reverse pendulum at times.
Oh, this is so strong. Table is out of the way, and that backhand was a very efficient stroke, but a very confident ball. Jeez, short stroke, snappy backhand. As he dries the hand, blows on it to keep it cool. He's 3 points away from the first Grand Smash Championship of the year in men's singles.
9-8.
And he's 2 away now.
This sets up 2 championship points for a bagel in the final.
Most people can't even receive the Chiquita from Lin Wenru. Wang Chuqin can, and not only that, he can apply pressure directly off it.
This is not far away. The spotlight has been on it in the background for quite some time. Good backhand over the table, Lin Wenru, giving something similar to the receive that was offered to him after that wide serve to save a championship point. 1 more to go for the receiver, world number 1.
I wonder if Wang Chuqin is going to bang long here with backspin.
Topspin does it. Wang Chuqin takes the title, clinches it without dropping a game. In the all-left-handed battle, the king of the jungle is the king here in the Lion City. Well now, another one, the man of the WTT era. 14 titles before this, and this is a big one. 3, 8, 8, and 9. That is all he allowed. So whatever those words were to Wang Hao, there was a smile there, and there will be a little bit of rest and a moment to enjoy. A hard-fought and well-earned title, 2,000 points to the most reliable man on the Chinese national team and the most dominant man in the game. He might have been out of the #1 spot for a brief time. That's life. That is sport. But resilience, that's what defines somebody, how you come back from the turbulence. And here he is, fist raised. Trophy will be in that fist shortly. He'll hold it humbly, but man, has he earned it. What a performance from Hope, Lionheart, Wang Chuqin. "35 minutes to win 4 straight games, 44-28 after all of this. Lin Wenru was undefeated coming into this. Wang Chuqin really just brought his A game in the most